Welcome back to Out of Context, the podcast where we never go on topic except for the few occasional moments where we have actual things to talk about. I'm here with Mr. Kachiga.
Yes.
And I'm not even going to attempt to...
pointer.
And what's the word they use? Oh my gosh, brain fire. We're just going to call you...
Ash.
No.
Elon Musk's kid.
Dude, I don't even know what that kid's name is.
XAE Ash 12.
What
Something.
I forgot. They did this whole video on it. It was it was going over like why they named him that and the whole story behind
Just name
it.
the kid Steve.
You're a millionaire.
Billionaire, actually.
Jeff Bezos.
Oh, multi-billionaire.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
multi-billionaire.
sure he's richest on the planet, even.
Best. No, it's that.
It's Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
That's the Amazon boy.
I'm pretty sure it got passed.
Really?
No. Elon Musk is on his way to be...
I'm pretty sure it got
If
passed.
Elon Musk does that whole space thing that he's planning
He'll be
on
the
doing,
world's first trillionaire.
yeah.
Actually, I don't know, man. Freaking, what's his name?
Musk passed him. I guess he just goes with the stocks, because he did pass him, but now he's like 40 billion lower.
Oh,
Because
John.
he was...
Yeah, sorry.
He went over by like 5 billion, and now he's 163.6, and Bezos is 205.
Oh my gosh.
Huh.
That's still a ton of money.
Yeah, but
What's his
if
name?
he does
John
go
D.
through,
Oh, no.
Rockefeller. I think John D. Rockefeller. If you compare like the money from then to now, I think Rockefeller would have more than both of them. He was the oil guy.
oh yeah, America.
Yeah.
Freedom, fireworks, guns. Well, not anymore, but freedom's not a thing.
Yeah.
After all that
I
fight,
mean-
we're just back at where we started.
Oh,
Man,
jeez.
Washington and his wooden teeth would be pretty pissed.
Wooden teeth. Okay, wait. Genuine question. So when you guys go to bed,
Mhm.
do you cover your feet because it makes you feel safer when you sleep?
I don't use a blanket.
Depends.
You're a freak of nature.
No, I just usually use a pillow.
Do
Like,
you at least make sure your feet are covered?
no,
Whether it's socks or an animal on your foot or something.
no. I don't like sleeping with animals. I feel like it's a form of bestiality.
Sometimes
That's
it gets,
not
it
okay.
gets- Sometimes
no.
it gets too hot in my room that I have to sleep on top.
Yeah,
of
my
a
room's
blanket.
always
Okay.
stuffy.
My mom, after he sent that video to David, my mom texted me, and I have it so that you can't see like the previews on the home screen. So my freaking stomach just dropped. All it was, is it hot in your room?
Yes, it is hot in here.
Yeah.
I googled
is.
it, by the way. John
yeah?
D. Rockefeller, his net worth adjusted for inflation is around 340 billion in today's dollars.
I knew it. He'd be the richest.
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy, dude.
That's almost as much as both of them.
Combined, yeah. It's a little less.
Yeah.
I know
No,
a
I was
lot of.
saying, I don't wear socks. I don't cover my feet. I just
That's
usually-
not okay.
I usually have like 2 pillows on my head, and then like if I'm on my stomach, I put one on my stomach to support my back, and then if I'm on my back, I like have one on my chest,
See, that's not
like
okay.
just kind of holding it there.
I
I
talked
pretend
to
like I'm
several.
strangling somebody when I'm sleeping.
Yeah, I talked to several people about this, and they all cover their feet when they sleep because they say it makes them feel safer.
So from what?
Because it's like, you don't know what's going to be under your bed at night. You close your eyes. Dude,
And I won't care.
anything could be under there.
Dude, I have a
I'll
knife
be
by my bed for a
sleeping.
reason.
What if your eyes are closed?
You know how fast I can whip that out?
You guys,
She
you
said.
guys, you guys ever get like, clearly there's nothing there. You guys ever get that feeling where you're like facing your door or facing towards the open part of your room? Like you can see in my room right now where, I mean, they can't, but you guys can. With the, like if I'm laying this way and facing that way, there's the open area of my
Yeah.
door. You guys ever get that feeling where you turn over, you just get that weird chill that you,
Yeah.
just the possibility of something being behind you when you're facing the wall.
I did say I used to have like a fear of like vampires. I would always make sure my neck was always covered.
Really.
Real talk
you-
now.
You guys have some weird fears.
Not anymore. I don't even use like blankets anymore. I mean, most of the time I
Hat.
sleep with like just shorts on.
Especially with socks on
Yeah.
when you're with the boys.
They're here for.
Okay.
Gay. Dude, David's right underneath us. Oh, freaking stomping on the floor. You're autistic. I can say that because I'm saying it to you.
How'd you know?
How'd you know? Alright.
Who told you?
Who told you that? That's on my private records.
Real talk now. Like, urban myths and legends. Do you guys, like, have any beliefs in any of them? Or do you just all think they're fake?
Skinwalkers, I think that are real.
Wait. Do we? I believe any of what?
Like any urban myths,
legends.
like urban myths and legends, like Bigfoot or the Kraken, or people saying that
Skinwalkers.
like megalodons are extinct. And
I think they are extinct.
Oh, we can't be sure.
dude, we've only explored what, like 10% of the entire ocean.
There's so much of the ocean that's unexplored.
Like, humans have only been able to create technology that can get them so far down in the ocean.
Well, I feel like there's been more explored.
Like,
There's a reason NASA stopped exploring the ocean.
exactly. There's a reason
And they
they
looked in
stopped
space,
and started
looking
going.
for
Exactly. They started
places
going
to be
space,
habited.
Yeah.
So
Like
that is
Mars.
something to
Mars
think
has
about.
water.
no, but let's focus on that for a second. NASA used to be like focus on the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
What made them stop and
Exactly.
focus on space?
What did
Looking
they
for planets
see?
that we can live on?
What did they see that they're either not
Or
sharing with
even.
the community, or they just keep it like they know, clearly they know something that we
Uh-huh.
don't.
Yeah.
You know, this is why. Hear me out. This is why I want to run for president, dude. Because you know what? You can literally just be like, "Hey, what's with this?" And they'll be like, "Oh, it was this," and you just, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
And-
That's
but-
true.
You bring any attention to it on Twitter, and you shoot yourself with a shotgun 6 times in the shower the next week. If you're not the president, so
Exactly.
I'm surprised from our last episode we didn't get assassinated by Disney.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we're
Dude.
still alive.
you guys hear about NSO Group, or Pegasus is what it's basically NSO Group is an Israeli spyware company.
What?
And basically I'm pretty sure it's just if you pay them enough, they'll basically hack whoever. And so there was this big list leaked.
Mhm.
And it's a ton of like phone numbers, I think, of phones that they allegedly hacked, and some of them have been inspected, some of the phones.
Mhm.
And they did find stuff, and lots of it's just like journalists or executives of companies. And
Did they find anything like juicy?
yeah, well, there was this one independent journalist, I think, from like Mexico. I don't, I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. But they found his number on the list, and it was added like a couple weeks prior to his murder, when he was located at a car wash, and the phone's gone, so they can't check it for any
Huh.
hack or anything.
Nah, that stuff's all like, it's so sketchy. Like they say like once it's out there, but it's not. Like there's always ways to dispose of things and people.
Oh, speaking of hacking, while we're on that topic, you should pull that number up that keeps calling you.
You wanna hack this number that keeps
There's people
calling
that keep,
me from Ohio?
There's people that keep calling you from Ohio. It's either their number or no caller ID.
Dude, it's actually the most annoying
Same
thing.
people every single time. Don't know who. Just random
And they said
number.
the first time they called me that I called them. Like I literally call like 3 people, not even just 2. Like I don't call anybody. It says that I called them, and then they started screaming at me, and so I started screaming back. I was like, "Stop calling my phone!" Talking like some sort of ratchet voice, you know. It was just funny.
Yeah.
They called me like at least 8 times the past 5 hours.
I had to disable unknown callers on my phone because I was getting so many. They just automatically go to voicemail, and I get a notification instead of ringing.
Mine's
That's genius.
slowed down at least a little bit. I think it was like month, 2 months ago, it was crazy. It'd be like 5 or 6 every single hour, and it was just constant throughout the day, but it would like stop around 5 or 6.
I think it's my own fault they keep calling because I keep answering.
But then it's
just fun,
weird.
like, messing with
It's weird. If he answers, he can't hang up.
Yeah, like I answered one earlier. I had to restart my whole phone because I couldn't hang up the phone.
Yeah, it wouldn't let him hang up, and
Yeah,
it,
it
like
was
all
weird.
the options, like when you call, it says like add number or mute.
It
or
was totally
speak, or
disabled.
all the buttons.
Yeah.
They'd all be grayed out, and he couldn't touch any of them.
They said they worked at AutoZone.
Dude, they were 10. There's
I know,
no way
and
they
I
worked
needed,
at
like, a
AutoZone.
new phone battery. I said, I don't even drive. I ride a bike. Or something. I
So-
don't even. Yeah, it was weird.
They called you and just what? When did they first call you?
I wasn't with him when they first called him, so
Yeah.
he knows this. He knows the entire story.
Let me look at the.
I know
Oh, I
the-
deleted the phone history.
I know. Well, let's
I know
see. You were hanging. You were.
I was out. Yeah, I was out of my house.
Yeah.
Uh,
You were out of your house. When was it that? Hold on. When was it that you called me? Because you weren't driving then.
no, I called you, and then they called like 5 minutes later. So I'll look at that.
So let's see when
I called you. It was around.
one
It was
10.
around like 1:15.
1:10
today.
Yeah, 1:10, 1:15 ish. So they probably called you around 1:20, 1:25.
Yeah.
Yeah, around there. And then he said it was just like constantly throughout the day.
Started flipping out on me. He was like, I've never seen you in my life. And then they FaceTimed me. And so I was like driving. I answered it in the car and just like put it face down. Show your face, girl. I said, no, ma'am. And they asked me if I was a boy or a girl. I told them I was non-binary.
So they just randomly called you and they won't stop.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're
it's been
addicted,
like
I
an
guess.
hour since they last called you.
Yeah. I'm sure I got a call later tonight or something. I don't know. It's pretty weird. All right. Back to urban myths. and
Urban
legends.
myths. One of the ones that I fully believe in 100%, I'm confident that it's out there somewhere, is the freaking Kraken.
Okay.
The Kraken is in the ocean, ready to snatch the boat.
I don't think there's like
The
something.
Kraken sank the Titanic. It wasn't the iceberg. Changed my mind.
Totally the iceberg, dude.
I know that. It's just a joke.
I think it's the captain's fault. The captain's fault said that the boat was unsinkable. He said like not even God can sink it. It sunk. On its first.
I smite thee.
I think that's literally what
It
happened.
didn't even take God to sink it.
Yeah. just the
Not even
iceberg.
God can sink
I
this
think it
boat.
is.
He said, let's put an iceberg right here.
You dare oppose me?
Yeah, it's like that game where you can like place like building blocks or whatever. What is that? Like it's a phone game. You can like place things.
That's like that doesn't narrow it down to
Okay, the
anything.
games like that. Like you can like pick something up and put it down.
Oh yeah.
It's like what he did, like from the sky. And I was like, here, let's put an iceberg.
Yeah, it's like
right here.
we're gonna drop this. Perfect.
Let's cool the water down a little bit. Make it a bit nippy.
But no, dude, like
I don't think there's such thing as like a
warm.
legit kraken. I think there's like a mutated giant squid.
Yeah, I don't
so in
think
other words, the Kraken, but not as big, just still a giant squid.
Just a giant squid that's been messed up because of
Oh,
radioactivity.
definitely
somewhere.
there is.
But
I
there's
forget
like,
what it is. There's some sort of deep sea creature. Its legs are like 200 feet long or something, and they just brush across the ocean floor.
That's
as it
just
moves.
scary. That's just like,
Right?
dude, that's actually so freaky. Imagine like seeing that.
It's like the stereotypical deep sea
yeah.
picture.
I was like addicted to this YouTube channel a while back. It was probably 6-7-ish months ago. And I'm assuming, at least Sam's heard of this. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure it's a fake thing, but like the SCP Foundation.
Never heard of it.
Sam, have you heard of that one?
I've heard of it. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like it's
I'm not too into the lore.
it's very fake, but it's essentially a ton of urban myths and legends or just crazy stuff kind of all mashed together in separate videos. Like there was one, I forgot, it was some monsters like white, super pale. They did one, it was like if you looked at it, it didn't like being looked at. It hated being looked at. So if you looked at him, whether it was a picture, whether it was
Right.
looking him dead in the eyes, but it was only if you looked at his face. If you saw its face, if like on a picture, a video, anything, it just hunt you down. Like, it's fake. I know it's fake. 99% of them sound like very made up and ridiculous.
Isn't that how like the Slender Man works?
Mm-hmm. That was a website of major trolling, that whole breakdown. And then they turned it into a movie that was just terrible.
So I was way off with my guess.
He said
called
200 feet. What is it, like 30?
It's called a big fin squid.
Mm.
The arms and tentacles of the squid are both extremely long and believed to be between 4 to 8 meters, 13 to 26 feet long.
That's still freaky.
That's still pretty big.
It's still horrifying.
These appendages are held perpendicular to the body, creating elbows. How the squid feeds is yet to be discovered.
That is not something I would want to discover.
But I know how this man
single
feeds.
sentence is terrifying.
He's probably got like a beak or something like.
No.
Where his tummy should be.
It's a Kraken thing. You know, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, where you know he breaks the boat in half and the mouth is in the middle while all the sailors,
That's what I was saying. It's
all
like
the
in the
sailors
middle.
fall into it. Yeah, but it's not a freaking beak. It's a giant hole.
Nah, I think it's a beak.
It's the Sarlacc from Star Wars.
No, dude, no. So the first sighting, the first visual record of it was in September 1988. The crew of the submersible Nautile encountered a long-armed squid off the coast of northern Brazil at a depth of 4,735 meters, or 15,535 feet. I were at 15,000, that's 3 miles. Almost 3 miles. If I were that low,
15,000
and I
feet?
saw, 1 mile is 5,000.
I would offer myself to the squid. I wouldn't even try to get away.
1,500.
Dude, I would be out of there so fast.
I don't think I would even want to go like that deep in the ocean because there's no way like. I don't think you would come back alive.
See,
Dude, I'm opening the hatch. I'm swimming back up.
The
I'm
ocean
dead
is,
either way.
in my opinion, is freaky. As freaky as it is, thinking about. Oh, that soda hurt. As weird and freaky as it is thinking about all that stuff that hasn't been explored, people willingly just walk in the ocean.
Yeah.
Like, you're
We've
on
all
a,
done
You gotta
it.
like think
you
about
go
that,
out
though.
on a boat
I mean-
willingly. Just no one has any idea. Literally anything could happen out
A
on
whale
that
could
boat.
take out your
It-
boat.
Yeah. This is just ridiculous.
An
But-
iceberg could take out your boat.
R.I.P.
The Titanic.
Jack.
Oh, doo.
There's room on that door, dude. 100%.
Nah, but I do think that out of all that unexplored ocean,
There's got to be like
no
human,
one
like,
knows
creatures in
how
the ocean
deep.
too,
Yeah,
dude.
no one knows how deep the ocean is. No one. I don't think. Here's
They say the Marina Trench is the deepest. There's got to be a deeper part somewhere.
here's my opinion.
Oh, we haven't found the deepest part yet.
Yeah, that's
Here's my
as far as I know,
valid
deepest
opinion. I don't think that humans or any technology will ever have the capability or just be able to get to the bottom of the ocean in general.
No, the pressure would crush everything. There's nothing strong enough.
Not just the pressure,
You can't
but
like improve
like I said,
metals with technology.
how do you know what's down there? Like anything could be looking down there.
Unless we literally make a new metal, there's nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, we're just gonna pull up to Wakanda and take all the vibranium.
I mean,
Because, like, think about it. The way pressure works underwater is the deeper you go, all of that water is quite literally stacked on top of you,
Yeah.
pushing down on you.
It's like when you're in a
So-
pool.
send like a nuke down there and see what happens.
Yeah, even like a 15-foot pool, like you can feel the pressure all
on your head. Yeah.
Whether you're
Yeah.
diving or whether you're just jumping straight down or jumping in, you can feel it's like your ears first, they get plugged, and then like you can feel it on your head. It's like someone squishing your head.
It like makes you paranoid too.
That's why you have to go
Or
in a
you know what you
suit.
can do? You can get like one of those tubes or like the hoses for a pool vacuum. Put one end above water and then go down to the bottom of the pool with one. And it's so hard to inhale if you're like over 2 feet down. Like
Really?
it's ridiculously hard to breathe. Yeah.
That's weird.
I watched the worst video earlier. It's
Oh.
called Kanye East Baka Balls. It's awful.
I don't think I need to hear any more information.
It's so bad.
Let's see. What about
It's-
more? Well, what's the video about, Sam?
Oh, great.
It was basically Kanye West, and he was doing an Instagram live, and whatever his viewers put in the chat, he was rapping to a beat. So he's like, I sent some of my favorite bits to my friend earlier. He said, he said, I beat kids. George Floyd. I beat my mom. Mommy milkers. I'm Jewish. Mega studs. I'm D's nuts. I just sharted. I ate the queen. Terrorism for the win. Wrinkly balls. Let's go. I'm Obama. Hamburger. Sussy balls. Yo, BBC. I can't read. It's so bad, dude.
That's terrible.
Oh my
It's
gosh,
so
Dude.
bad.
Queen of England's been dead for at least 10 years. Changed my mind.
dude! There's
It's
no
a-
way
it's a
she's
puppet,
immortal without
bro.
like sucking children's blood.
No. They got some
Slow.
necromancers in the basement of the castle keeping them alive.
I'm Bob the Necromancer.
Dude,
Time to do an unboxing.
did you see freaking Prince Philip's face?
Yeah, after he got out of the hospital.
That man wasn't alive.
The next day, the mother F was
When
dead.
he was in the car, the picture of him in the car was like
Dude,
Yeah,
he
dude,
was
his eyes
not.
were-
He
He
was
must have
not
been
alive.
dead.
There is no way. I refuse
been
to
dead.
believe.
They must have like glued his eyes open.
Yeah, I refuse to believe that man was alive. There is
Yeah,
just
dude.
no
There's
way.
no way.
Dude, his face was like already decomposing.
Yeah, it's freaky, man.
It's crazy.
I mean,
oh
think
my
about
god.
it. England's been around
There's
a
no
long,
way.
long time. They have to have some weird stuff in that palace.
I mean, it's England in general.
I
so.
mean, think about why Diana got killed. She was going to expose them for all that kind of stuff, and then she got killed.
Who?
Diana, Princess Diana.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Really?
I think that she was going to expose the royals for all that, like everything. I think the driver was sniped, which caused the car to crash. Like, I don't think the driver was paid to do anything. I think he was sniped.
Huh.
So,
Ooh.
but there's no video for a crash, I don't think, unlike John F. Kennedy's.
Oh, dude, Zapruder film. The bullet had to have been magical, like literally.
For Kennedy's?
Yeah, it does not make sense.
You guys
Yeah.
have seen X-Men, right?
It was Magneto.
Yeah. Magneto said,
Nah, dude,
"Not
it was,
today, you don't."
it was the driver, man.
Marvel loves to just, yeah. You know this event that happened at some point in history.
Let's
that
let's
was
change
one of
it.
our
It was
characters.
one of our, yeah.
Loki
No,
was
no,
DB
we were
Cooper.
there. It was us.
Yeah, dude, it was.
That was me.
That was Captain Marvel.
I'll take full credit for that. Thank you very much.
Yeah. No, what's his name? It was the driver, dude. Because if you think about it, the gun that the
Wait, you think it was the driver that shot him?
what was the shooter's name though? The one that they think did it. What was his name?
Don't wait. There
Lee
wasn't.
Harvey Oswald.
Lee Harvey Oswald. Yeah.
Wasn't. No, there were two.
And there was like 3 different snipers, but they
There
said
were-
Harvey Oswald got the final kill.
He did. He was the one
No,
that
no,
was
but
up
the
in the hotel
bullets they
room.
used in the gun. No, he was in the theater.
That's right.
The bullets they used in the snipers or the
Who
guns they
is-
used were different than the one that ended up in Kennedy's face.
Mm-hmm.
It was like it was a 5.56 bullet. They were using a different kind with their guns. So they think it would have been the driver that turned around and shot him. But you can't really see on the video. Like, you can see the driver move, but you can't tell. It's super blurry. You hear
Who
that thing
was,
about, like... what's his name? Lincoln and Kennedy's like assassination thing is super similar.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Lincoln was killed in Ford's theater, and Kennedy was killed in a Ford, and they said he was shot from the theater. You know, or something like that, and like their secretaries' names were like Lincoln and Kennedy or something. Or other. And then they were born on the same. It was so weird.
I mean, you have the same birthday as Ted Bundy. You still haven't assassinated anyone yet.
Yet.
Keyword in that sentence. I'm gonna mark the date.
Just waiting for
There's
the right
this
person.
clip I'm trying to find.
Dude,
He says something
his spirit is
about-
just gonna show up in your body one day.
Better not. I wouldn't be surprised though.
Nah, it's gonna happen. You're just gonna turn into a serial killer one day.
The Harvey Oswald, he said something about like he was in the Fair Play for Cuba committee or something like that. He's like, yeah, I'm in the whatever.
Really?
But if
it
you
was
reverse
Kennedy's
it-
administration that totally disassembled the Cuban Missile Crisis.
If you reverse the clip of him talking about it, it sounds like he says, "I wish to kill president."
Really?
It's super weird. Yeah, it's in a Vsauce video, I think.
Jeez Louise.
Hey, Vsauce, Michael here. Where are your hands?
Nah, I mean,
Not there anymore. It's
I feel
Where
bad.
is
I
your
feel
head?
bad for Kennedy.
Right there and right
I
there.
feel
This-
bad for Kennedy's wife, dude. Not only did she get cheated on several times, one of them being with Marilyn Monroe, the country's most
Oh, hear me out.
infamous sex model
Hear me out though.
ever.
Hear me out though.
Ever.
Hear me out though.
And then on top of that, her husband's brain ended up in her lap.
Nice truck though.
What truck?
The truck they were
It
in.
was a car. It wasn't a truck.
It looked like a truck.
It was a car.
It looked like a
I
truck.
think it was just a long body.
Fair enough. But it looks like a truck. Don't touch my truck.
okay. You know what?
Dude, you know how many presidents have like had affairs? I think every single one of them has, probably.
Minus Washington.
I guarantee Washington had affairs, dude.
Nope.
Guarantee it.
Nope. Or Lincoln. Honest Abe. There's no way he did.
Dude, they all did. They were the most powerful men in the world.
Something.
I don't know
Something
how
to think
I don't know how
about.
freaking Biden could without a rhino pill. Can't even get hard. Guy's too old.
Think of the children.
What children?
Oh, okay. Okay.
I mean, he does like kids.
Don't strike me, YouTube.
Yeah.
So the latitude of the Great Pyramid of Giza is
There's no way
To-
humans built the pyramid.
They had
to
a-
the 7th decimal point.
Mhm.
So the latitude of, I think, right? Yeah, the latitude of the Great Pyramid of Giza
Mhm.
is 29.9792458 degrees north. I think is how you say it, right? The speed of light is 29.9792458 meters per second.
It's the same number?
Same exact number.
Dude, the Egyptians were something else.
I wonder if you were
They
to
were
jump
advanced.
off. I wonder if you were to jump off a pyramid, if somehow your body would fall faster than the speed of light.
I wouldn't go faster than the speed of light. Nothing's faster than the speed of light.
Bruh. Don't be hating on Sonic like that. That hedgehog do be fast.
Here it is.
What, the clip you were talking about?
Yep. All
Where
right.
he's- Where he's talking about I kill president?
Yeah. Here. Watch my stream.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, Vsauce. We're gonna steal your content here.
Lee Harvey Oswald assassinated President John F. Kennedy.
I couldn't
And
find
in
it
this
anywhere
interview,
else.
He defends the Fair Play for Cuba Committee, of which he was a member.
The fact that I did live for a time in the Soviet Union gives me excellent qualifications to repudiate charges that Cuba and the Fair Play for Cuba Committee is communist controlled.
Now listen to what it sounds like when we reverse him saying, "and the Fair Play for Cuba."
And the Fair Play for Cuba, Luis Garcia President.
Strange, isn't it? Kind of spooky.
That is weird.
That is kind of weird.
Huh.
I don't know if they could hear that very well, but man, it's fine. We heard it. We can vouch for it. That is really weird, though.
Yeah, Vsauce has a whole video called "Spooky Coincidences," and it is it's very spooky.
Very spooky.
Dude, at least Oswald like made it difficult. Unlike, what's his name? Oswald. Wait, we're just talking about him. John Wilkes Booth.
Booth, right. I
John Wilkes Booth.
forgot. his name.
Freaking cheapest assassination ever. Got up right behind him and popped him with like a 4-inch pistol. And then he
what,
broke
just
his
booked
leg.
it?
He jumped off the balcony
Yeah.
thing, broke his leg, said something about tyranny, and ran away. I think he was just salty he lost his slaves.
Probably.
Oh, dude.
I mean,
You know, James A. Garfield, I think that's his full name, was also assassinated.
yeah.
I didn't even know that until like a couple years ago. Which is kind of dumb. I mean, if the president is assassinated, shouldn't we like learn about it in school?
That's true.
Only some, apparently.
I have
Yeah.
a strong feeling. I mean, it might not happen, but this is just like a gut feeling that somehow the history books are gonna be rewritten so drastically that there's gonna be so many important parts of past history that are gonna be forgotten because
Guaranteed.
future generations aren't gonna learn about it
We're probably
because of how the world's changing as a whole. It's just there's gonna be so many parts that are gonna be forgotten. Like
Yeah. That's how it works, like, over time, though. Like, the older things get, the more, like, we don't learn about it. Like, modern history, think about it this way, like, it's, like, kind of dumb, but 20 years ago, modern history was, like, 1980, 1990.
Mhm.
You know? We're only learning, like, 5% of the world's history in school compared to
A
all...
lot of it we can't learn.
Yeah,
Most
that's
of it
Because we
was
don't know
destroyed.
we don't know a lot of it, but like there's so much more we could learn. That
Yeah,
we're not being taught, which
but-
isn't really their fault, I guess.
yeah, but my point is like the wars.
Stuff that we know now.
Think of how the world
The
would
wars
change
need to be
if
taught.
yeah. Think of how I mean we know like
We
the
know.
gist of it. We know that like clearly we were the victor.
I mean, USA's only ever lost the Vietnam War,
France.
but that's just because we didn't know what the Vietnamese were fighting for. Like we assumed they wanted communism when really they just wanted to keep their way of life, and they had more motivation. I think that's honestly what gave it to them.
Yeah, but think of it this way is what I was kind of trying to put out there is all the things happening today, like not trying to diss anyone out here, but like the pride marches, all that crap, the presidential elections this past like year or two. Think of if those replaced just those two bits right there replaced, say, the wars as a whole or Pearl Harbor as a whole, then those two bits of history that in my opinion are more important than what I stated, like so much of that is going to end up being forgotten. It's going to be crazy. Like people aren't going to remember anything about the wars if they're not taught about it. And that's
Yeah.
like the important part of history.
I mean,
You want to
we wouldn't
know
Yeah, go ahead, Sam.
an interesting thing I heard the other day is I was like, why, pretty much always, except like the Revolutionary War or in the Civil War, have no countries had the balls to really invade the US. We always go somewhere else.
Yeah,
Why does nobody really come here? I mean, I guess terrorism's kind of,
except for terrorists. I mean, they don't have the balls. They're just plain stupid.
yeah. But
I can't see.
I heard
I didn't say it loud enough.
Japan kind of, they did their thing. but
They-
that
yeah,
wasn't
I
really an
mean-
invasion.
See, but
And I
here's the
heard
thing.
that
Japan hit us, and then Americans said,
we kind of,
screw you.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
kind of stopped that.
One plane. The stupid Americans.
Gosh damn.
first time they're like, damn, okay. Second time they're like, okay, stop.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, we get it. You tickled our country.
tickle freaking.
The second time, they didn't have half their country.
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, the nukes, like, it was a tough decision for Truman. Like, totally, I mean, imagine being the guy to have to say, yeah, nuke them. You know? Alright, Sam, what were you saying?
I heard that apparently some people think that the Japanese were gonna try to invade us, but they were too afraid because so many civilians have guns that they'd just be outgunned.
I mean, if they were to invade us now, they would, would probably end up winning.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
If not getting
so
close,
if they
civilians with
invade
guns.
the right areas. Like, if they were to invade, say, Florida, they would die.
They would Texas.
I was
Oh,
just gonna
they-
say Texas.
Texas,
rednecks
they're
on the
screwed.
porch
Gosh,
with shotguns.
that whole coast, stopping at New Mexico, like Texas over, and then stopping at like New England northwise. They would just that whole
Dude, they get
southeast corner of the
absolutely
country,
obliterated.
they would get obliterated.
Yeah.
Like they'd probably be more. That whole area would probably be more sufficient than the army. Just because, I mean, they don't have rules like the army does.
Mm-hmm.
You know how
If
many
they went
war
to like
crimes would be committed?
Vermont, dude. If they went to like Vermont,
Gosh dang.
there's Vermont would be gone in like a day. Let's be real.
Less than a day. I mean, Vermont, New
I want to
Hampshire,
see. I saw a fact
Like
the
this-
other day. If all the
New
cats,
York. The death rate in New York would be the highest out of any other state, though, because they're all compact. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like if they one nuke in the center of all that, they're all gone instantly. The whole
Oh, we're
state.
kind of screwed because
we are, yeah.
we're in between L.A. and San Diego
Mm-hmm.
and San Francisco.
And San
So,
Francisco.
these are L.A. is like one. If you had to nuke the U.S., if I had to do it, I would probably go with like
Probably
New
LA.
York,
Mm-hmm.
New York, L.A., and like Chicago or something.
Yeah.
oh, you're not winning in Chicago or Detroit, but have fun with that one.
Oh, if
Yeah.
you just drop it.
If you drop,
Chicago.
if actual people go in, they would get destroyed.
If you send actual
They have
people into
probably the
Chicago
toughest
or
people
The
Detroit,
people
on this
already
planet.
in Chicago don't even. They
They don't even
make
abide
it,
by the
dude.
laws.
yeah, I was just say the people in Chicago already kill each other. If someone tries to invade Chicago, they'll have a peace
They'll
treaty
unite.
for one day,
Yeah.
and absolutely
It'll be like the
wipe
purge,
out
but
the
against
invaders.
them. It doesn't even matter like what country,
Yeah.
whether it be Japan, Russia, Germany. Germany's too scared to do anything now. They've lost twice.
You remind me of a question I wanted to bring up, or a topic I want to bring up. If the purge was real, would you take part?
Yes.
Or like not take part. What would your role be in the purge if it was a real thing?
I wouldn't go out to kill people unless it was like a self-defense kind of thing. But I would go out and I would
Oh.
get paid.
Oh, I'm
I
making
would.
tons of money.
Yeah, I would break into as many places as I could and just take the money and, dude, just take like food too, like snacks. Just like load it up. I'd probably
And that
steal
also-
like a U-Haul.
That also has the thing of like if I were to make something that was illegal,
Mhm.
that
That would be the day to use it.
Still own it
Mhm.
after the purge. Would it be illegal after the purge? Like if I went out and got a minigun and I kept that, would that be illegal after the purge?
That's a good question. I don't actually know the rules of it.
I
know.
don't either. I haven't even seen the movie. It's like the John Wick films. It's like you see you literally hear the concept and you're like, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like
Same with The Matrix. I've never seen those movies, but I know what it's about.
Matrix is actually really good.
and Matrix is pretty good.
I honestly don't know why they rate it R because it's literally nothing.
Keanu Reeves, man.
There are still.
Yeah. Like I was just surprised. I just watched it. Well, I didn't even think it was rated R. Like while I was watching, I was like, dude, this is like PG-13, like middle. It's like Avengers.
Yeah, Avengers.
Yeah.
Like that's
I think
basically
Avengers
how
is only
Matrix
like
is.
PG-13 because of language.
Yeah, and some
Some,
gore.
not a lot though. I mean, probably
It's
just a
not-
tiny bit. Nothing
yeah.
like Deadpool.
Oh gosh, Deadpool.
I mean,
Dude, Deadpool is
That guy's
Isn't there
so-
literally a bit where they're like, let's make this R-rated with language as quickly as possible?
Yeah.
In one of the movies. Yeah, I feel like.
You
I
ever seen
remember
like
that.
the clips made by fans where they like, what if Avengers movie was rated R?
Mm-hmm.
And like it's the scene when they're in I think it's like Lebanon or something, and they're like throwing all the Hydra guys against the buildings and like blood splatters, and Wanda uses her powers to like crush a guy, and like you can hear the bones break and like, just blood squirts out of his whatever, and it's so gross, but it's just funny.
Avengers,
talking about,
except I can't watch it.
Yeah.
Not even because like, oh, you can watch that, just don't want to.
Yeah, exactly.
Gore is gross, man. I don't know how people can like just sit there and watch that stuff.
Oh, dude, it's apparently that's a thing. Like, if you have OCD, you're more sensitive to it.
Makes sense. You want the bodies to be not anything wrong with it.
I want it to be a clean kill, and I want it to be cleaned up afterwards.
I think the cleanest kill you could get is drowning. Think about it. There's like no real outside damage.
Yeah.
True.
I can't think of anything else. Or poisoning.
Chloroform.
You'd have to use a ton of chloroform. That stuff just puts you to sleep. You'd have to use a ton of that stuff.
Try me. Not actually, though. We're not using chloroform to kill anybody. I probably have to say that because
Yeah.
YouTube.
Not on the podcast.
Yeah.
Not on the podcast. However,
Eventually.
eventually, he said. Oh, my knees. Oh, baby cat.
Or like lethal injection. You just get like a little dot. It's not really anything.
You know what I thought about?
What?
It would probably have an effect on the thing to where it would just kill it, but what if you just get a very, very small syringe so it's hardly noticeable,
Mhm.
and go to like a winery and just inject the smallest amount of like cyanide into like 200 different grapes just all around it? Are people just gonna start dying if they drink alcohol?
It probably would stop people from drinking alcohol if it happened like in one place and they can't find any trace of anything.
If
It could stop.
you were to age a
Alcoholism.
wine, would the cyanide age out of the wine,
No.
or would it last for all
Would
like
it get
20
more
years?
deadly?
Yeah,
probably get
would it
more
get more
deadly, dude.
deadly, or would it just disappear with the 20 years that it was aged?
Probably get more deadly, I would think. Just kind of sitting there, rotting. I feel like the grape would rot, like, quicklier. Quickly,
true.
that's not a word.
Quicker.
More quickly.
Nah. Oh, jeez. What other random things could we think of? I had another one that I wanted to bring up that I completely forgot about. Oh, what is your most expensive but most useful purchase you've ever made?
Most expensive, most useful?
Useless.
Useless.
Mm-hmm. Like your most expensive, or just the most useless item you've ever bought. It doesn't have to be the most expensive. Just the most most useless item that you've ever bought. That doesn't really have a purpose. You just have it to have it.
Ooh, my electric lighter.
Butterfly knife. Like, I can't even take it out of my house.
What?
Butterfly knife.
Oh,
Yeah, that makes sense.
honestly,
Well, that's just because California.
Yeah, California's.
mine's probably my freaking lightsaber.
Mine's
Like,
probably my
you can't
electric
even
lighter.
have a battle with it.
I mean, I probably could.
It's for decoration.
You could.
That blade's
Not
pretty
a very
freaking sharp, or
intense
not
one.
sharp. That blade's pretty freaking durable.
Sturdy, yeah.
Unless you just
Slam
oh,
it.
dude, I was at like this it was like a movie kind of thing, and
Mhm.
after the movie, this kid who brought his lightsaber, one of the fancy ones, he was like swinging it around,
Mm.
and this full neck beard kid, dude, he goes up to him and he's like, nobody has more powerful or nobody has more power than the Sith. Ah! And he's like screaming as
the
loud
heck?
as he
Oh my
possibly can, and
gosh.
doing the hand things. And I
Oh,
was
like lightning?
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, yeah,
And I
if
was
you
like,
could...
dude.
Oh, my gosh. If you could pick a force lightning color, what color would you pick? It's like white, red, yellow, and blue.
Probably blue. or white.
I'd
The
pick
yellow just seems weird, and the red just
I'd use red.
red just it seems too evil.
Yellow is, I know yellow's forced judgment, and that's what Plo Koon used in like the comics and stuff.
Yeah. Plo Koon's like
I'm
the
not
only
this
Jedi I
into
know.
Star Wars lore.
Yeah.
And then I know white is more of like a neutral one.
It's like the kind of Ahsoka would use.
Yeah, it's more of a neutral force lightning. It's not like Jedi pushed or Sith. And then blue is what Palpatine used, but I know
And Dooku.
I know, yeah, and Dooku, but I know red is like full Sith anger. That's what Darth Bane?
Probably Bane.
I know Bane and Plagueis both had
Probably. Yeah.
both had red.
It's
If
not
you-
a story the Jedi would tell you. What are you guys doing?
He had to get up and walk to the corner of the room to let out the wettest part I think I've ever heard.
I didn't want. I didn't want to do that in the mic.
That better not come over here.
It's going to, dude. The fans are.
I'm not getting it yet. But
Okay.
It's
If you could pick any lightsaber color with like a core color, the core color is either white and black. What color would you pick? The colors you can pick for like the actual saber is green, like a neon green, yellowish, orange, white, blue, magenta, pink, red, teal, and then the Darksaber.
black.
Purple, black. Yeah, white. I think that was all. Red. Yeah, Sam, you go first. Pick like the actual color and then the core.
I don't know. I want a Darksaber. That's what I want.
The Darksaber is sick. It's like I would say that Darksaber is the coolest saber in all of Star Wars.
Dude, okay, but real talk though. The Darksaber, it may not have the biggest blade or the coolest design, except for like the actual blade part.
I like the handle too.
The handle is pretty cool, but
my favorite hilt is Dooku's hilt.
Mm-hmm.
The curved.
Like, it may not have the coolest hilt.
Mhm.
It does have the coolest blade by far, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But it may not have the longest blade either. But the story behind the Darksaber and the power that it holds
Mandalore and all
is stronger than any other lightsaber ever.
Mm-hmm. I think Anakin's is a close second though.
Like, dude, if you win the Darksaber, you have control over all of Mandalore.
Yeah.
And no one can oppose you.
Yeah. So Sam would get the Darksaber. What about you?
Honestly, I'd probably have either a white or yellow one with a black core.
Yeah.
I think I'd probably go white, like Ahsoka and Rebels.
I'd go purple with a white core like Windu's.
Oh, that's true.
And then if I had to pick a different one, it'd be blue with a black core. I wouldn't go red because red's like, I would kind of use like mine as like a flashlight, like a glow stick too.
Yeah.
And purple's like a cool kind of light, you know. Same with blue.
Mm-hmm.
I ever tell you the story of I went to school one day
Darth Plagueis.
and there were two guys and no one knew what they were doing. They were just like walking up to each other, and then we thought they were gonna fight because they looked mad at each other, like shoving each other. Dude, they stepped back and had freaking lightsabers from Target.
That's awesome.
The ones that you like actually whip,
whip out.
Yeah, the ones that you have to whip and like the freaking blade comes out.
That's so cool.
Dude, it was the most entertaining thing I think I've ever watched at school.
School can be pretty stupid.
It was just so random. I wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, I'm ready for my school next year. New school. Yeah, transferring. I'm not gonna say what school, but I am transferring from.
All the other kids were the
No.
I mean, we are in America, so it does make sense.
Gosh dang, dude, that's freaking dark.
Am I wrong?
No, but I'm
Exactly.
transferring from. I
Dude,
think-
they do the freaking Wild West standoff. They take 10 steps facing away from each other, turn around, whoever can draw fastest.
All women are queens. If she breathes, she's a thought. Freaking lightsabers. Okay, more real talk. Favorite movie, and then favorite TV series, or not just TV series. It could be like Netflix or Disney Plus or something.
Mm.
Well,
Same,
I
wanna go
guess
first?
I guess it's still TV series, but it's a pretty deep one. This actually requires some thought.
What's the question? I'm sorry.
Favorite movie,
And then favorite TV show.
yeah, and then favorite TV show or just series, like any
Movie?
show series in general.
I watch a lot of movies, but not in the way that I watch a lot of movies, in the way that I have like 50 movies that I watch
Mm.
repeatedly.
Yeah. Well, what's your favorite all time?
I am opening my movies drive. I want to look through because it's definitely on there.
Gotcha.
While he's looking.
You guys go for now, yeah.
Okay. Let's say ours on the count of 3 because
I'm sure you have a different one than I do.
I have a strong suspicion that there's a chance we will have the same.
Same movie?
Mm-hmm. TV series might vary.
You're gonna be disappointed because I know which one you're gonna say.
Well, I swear, I will disown you
You don't even own me in the first place.
if you don't say the one that I think you're gonna say.
You're not.
I'm actually curious now what yours is.
Dude, my movie's awesome.
What's yours?
Tommy Boy
Okay, that's fair.
with Chris Farley and David Spade.
That's ran down by the river.
Yeah.
That's just the Saturday Night Live skit.
Yeah.
That's freaking hilarious.
Guy's so funny.
All right, TV series. What's yours?
Oh. Okay.
Do you find it, Sam?
I think I know what mine is.
We'll go
I
through
haven't
movies and then TV shows after.
Yeah, what's yours?
Mine is either The Imitation Game or Zodiac.
I haven't seen either of them.
I think I've heard of Zodiac.
I've heard of Zodiac.
Zodiac's about the Zodiac killer.
Yeah.
Funny enough, it has Mark Ruffalo, Robert Downey Jr., and Jake Gyllenhaal.
Really?
So all three Marvel
Three
actors.
Marvel
are the
characters.
main.
That's
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
And The Imitation Game is about Alan Turing. He how he broke the Enigma code. He was very important to World War II. He saved millions of lives.
That actually sounds super interesting.
It does, yeah.
He's a very important person. But
Yeah.
he basically, the government was like, you can't be a guy and like men. You need to take this medicine or go to prison or jail, I think it was.
Version
So
therapy.
he's like, well, I'm going to take the medicine.
Mhm.
And he got very depressed, and I think he took his own life.
That sucks.
Oh, seppuku.
He could have done so much stuff. Though,
Have you seen the
that
movie
didn't happen.
13 Days?
I have not.
No, it's about the Cuban Missile Crisis, and it's got Kevin Costner in it.
5240, keep that in mind. It's when I farted, I want to see if it picked it up.
Gosh damn.
Has it been an hour?
Almost.
5250.
I have a topic I want to go over after we
52,
finish this
53
one,
now.
and then we'll call it there, I believe.
Yeah, I would say my movie. Have a feeling you know what it is.
Yeah.
Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
I knew that's exactly
Oh
what you were
my
gonna say.
gosh. When Kenobi took the high ground, ooh!
For the plot. Yeah, the plot. Okay, buddy.
You like it for the plot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the fights. And in my opinion, the fights in 3 are by far the best. I mean, the
They
fight
have
on
the 3
Mustafar,
best Star Wars duels in Star Wars
the
history.
very first fight with Anakin and Dooku.
And then Grievous and Obi-Wan.
Grievous and Kenobi, and then you have Mace and Palpatine, and then Yoda and Palpatine. You got all the good fights in
Dude,
that.
Mace was a better duelist than Yoda.
Mhm.
I think.
Yoda was just more in line with the Force.
Yeah.
But I would say that my favorite TV series, I'm not
I
gonna
mean, you got
spoil.
hucked out a window, but
That's true.
That's Anakin's fault, though.
I'm not gonna spoil anything about it.
True.
But I would say that my favorite TV series currently it's close tie between 2. Is Bad Batch,
Knew that one.
and minus the last episode that pissed me off, I would say Loki.
I knew that one, too. I knew
Oh,
both those for him.
Loki's pretty interesting. I'm actually
That
very
show is
into
Did
that.
you
Sure.
finish,
Cool.
Sam? Did you finish it?
No, I haven't watched
Oh,
the
we can't
latest
talk
one.
about it.
Oh, we can't talk about it too much, dude.
You're gonna love it, but you're gonna hate
yeah,
it.
it's good.
How many are there?
Six, just 6.
6. I mean, we've watched 4.
We did,
So
yeah.
I have 2 to watch.
But
You're
dude,
gonna be Very
Six. Oh, dude, I wanted to
some
drop kick the
crazy plot
director.
twists too, I think.
I mean, I was pretty much expecting part of it,
Yeah.
just not what actually happened.
I think my all-time favorite TV show is The Simpsons.
That's pretty good.
I know this is basic, but
Mine.
it's so
The
funny.
Simpsons, but only seasons 1 through 10.
Seasons 1 through 10. Yeah, I mean some of the like specific episodes in the newer seasons are all right, but the first 10 seasons are amazing.
Mine is probably Spunk, Bob, but also seasons 1 through 10.
Spoon
The new
boob.
stuff is anything new related to SpongeBob is basically just built on loud equals funny or
Mhm.
random equals funny. And
Yeah.
it's like it's just not. And
That's very, yeah, that's very true. All right, so what was you said you had one more.
One
before
more
we end.
topic we'll finish off on. Favorite Marvel villain versus your least favorite Marvel villain.
oh,
Did you get this from the TikTok we saw earlier when it was superheroes versus their equal
No.
villains?
No.
Oh,
I just thought of it.
Ultron, he had a bad movie, but he was not too
He
bad.
was
of
a- I think
he
He could have
did.
been a really good villain.
Honestly, in my opinion,
they screwed him over with the movie.
actor they cast for him was so perfect.
Mhm.
The voice.
Yeah,
The voice was
just
Spicy.
not just the voice, but the overall tone and the mood that he was in during the movie.
he could be sarcastic, dude. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
it fit the character so well.
I think they like tried portraying him like Tony,
Mm-hmm.
which they did a really good job at, I think. But his movie could have been so much better. Because the movie, it was for Ultron, like it wasn't for the Avengers, I don't
Yeah.
think. So I think they could have done more focus on him. But I think
most of the reason for that movie was just for the post-credits scene. The fine, I'll do it myself.
yeah, with Thanos,
Yeah.
probably with the extra purple Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
Thanos got everybody talking, so he was good for that.
Yeah, definitely. I think he brought more like people to Avengers too, like people from the comics that like
easily.
refused to watch the movies. I think they finally started watching the movies.
Okay, but let's be real. The Mandarin is probably the worst villain.
Yeah,
I agree, 100%.
Yeah, I am one. Yeah, I'm on
I'm
board
on
with that
I
one.
was gonna say him.
He wasn't even the villain.
He
It was
wasn't
the
even,
one
like-
guy. Like,
Yeah,
come on.
it was just
It-
that movie was bad. It was just bad.
Yeah. Iron
Or,
Man 2 wasn't that good either.
Yeah,
Ivan Vanko
Whiplash was bad. Malekith was awful.
Mandarin was
Iron
third
Man
one.
3.
Third one. Yeah.
Malekith is from Thor: Dark
Mr.
World.
Bernie
We-
Bernie.
We all know
Yeah.
why Iron Man 2 got such a good rating.
It was Scarlett
Let's-
Johansson, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, the push-up bras, she freaking rocked those things. Sorry,
I can name.
but like
I can name.
that's why they got so much money. in
I
box
can name
office.
the one kind of scene that, or not scene, that yeah, I guess scene works, where her and Happy were going to find Whiplash,
Mm.
and she did all that fight scene.
He gets the one
all,
guy.
Yeah, all the close-ups. It's like, that's a good movie.
Yeah, I think
I like this movie.
I think for my I'm gonna say top two. My top two favorite villains, Red Skull, and Thanos.
Oh.
Red Skull was a great villain in my opinion.
Oh,
He was such a good villain. Oh my gosh.
Winter Soldier was really not the
He
best
wasn't-
movie.
Yeah, it wasn't very good either. Jeez,
Civil
dude.
War wasn't. Civil War is good for the concept of them fighting each other. but
Yeah,
the plot
it was too
not
political.
too
Like
good.
it's a superhero
Yeah,
movie.
I'm trying to watch
Like,
a superhero
what the heck?
movie.
Trying to watch
bro.
a superhero movie, not politics. I don't care about politics. I'm a teenager.
That's the reason that. Oh, and what?
Yeah, Red Skull was.
I said
pretty
Red
good.
Skull.
Red Skull. Red
You
Skull
know what?
was pretty good. Thank goodness no one
We-
else can see me.
Dude,
We don't have to tell the audience what's.
No, we're not
happening.
gonna tell the audience what's happening right now.
I'm not gonna pinpoint what you're doing. Freaking. No, I mean, dude, Red Skull. He was just that whole like his story and everything put together. He was such a good character. And then the role he had in Infinity War and Endgame, that was perfect for that role, I think.
That's my favorite Marvel movie. I think is the first Captain America, the first Avenger.
Yeah, that
So,
I really like
It's
that
the
movie.
best as a standalone movie, probably because it was a standalone movie. It
Yeah.
was what the fourth one they ever released.
Yeah,
I
you
believe
can't.
it was Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2,
Yeah,
and then First Avenger. Hulk was awful with
yeah.
editing.
With Abomination.
And-
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
In
They
general.
gotta have a new Hulk movie because he deserves it. If Black Widow can get a movie, so can he.
Dude, Iron Man was a good movie. It was decent.
The first
And
one's good.
then the Incredible Hulk, it looked like they're like, hey, just make something. And like if you watch it, it straight up just looks like the transitions between scenes are from
Mhm.
like a 90s action movie, not like 2009 or whatever.
Yeah. It's just.
Okay. Some people might disagree with mine because he could technically be classified as a good guy.
You're gonna say Loki?
No.
You better not.
He could technically be classified as a good guy with no free will. But in my opinion, he was a villain for a certain amount of time. One of my favorites was Bucky when he was a villain.
He was just messed up in the brain, dude. He had no control.
But he was still considered a villain.
Well, he was
Was he the
murderous
villain, or
psychopath.
was the one guy that was telling him
The
to
guy controlled him
like,
was the villain. He had no control.
But still,
He's the one that carried out the action.
but yeah, who's the? I was thinking of one more. Oh,
I was gonna say something. When you think about that, I would say Thor Ragnarok is also like a really good. I would say it was a good standalone movie, but it really wasn't, because you had him, Valkyrie, and Hulk. So I wouldn't consider it a standalone movie.
Yeah.
She's actually lesbian. Valkyrie, they confirmed her lesbian.
They're just doing a lot of that right now.
Yeah,
They're
trying
like,
to make
yeah,
they're trying to
we-
make Spider-Man
we talked
bisexual.
we talked about this the other day. They're not doing it.
They're doing
They're not
it for
doing it
validation.
because they want to. They're doing it because it gives them more attention.
Yeah, they're doing it for validation.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing it because more people, with how the world is today, they'll go, oh yeah, look at that, Disney's doing this, which means they must be blah blah blah, and they're all,
Yeah.
they're turning sides, and it's
dude.
stupid that's what people are doing, just to get the acceptance of a lot of other people.
You know who was
But
a really good villain too? Also wasn't really technically a Marvel movie, but Electro from the Amazing Spider-Man 2 with Jamie Foxx.
With a wave of my finger and a finger.
No, I really liked his character. He was just a good actor, but it freaking what's his name? Eddie Brock's Venom from the original Spider-Man 3. Oh my gosh, that was
Venom was a weird movie. They were kind of like,
it-
yeah, check this out. And
Yeah,
then nothing
Venom-
really came from it.
The movie
Yeah.
was I'm excited for the Carnage movie.
Carnage movie should be good with Woody Harrelson.
Oh.
Harrelson, whatever.
That still hasn't happened yet, has
No,
it?
it
Yeah.
hasn't.
That'll come out soon though.
No. I'm actually excited for that.
Yeah, I am too. But what's her name? X-Men.
Jean
No, she's not a
Storm.
villain. I mean, I guess if
Jean
you
was bad, bro.
count Dark Phoenix,
Dark
then
Phoenix was
maybe,
bad. She
but
freaking killed Mystique.
yeah, but Jean was never. Oh, Mystique, that's her name.
Ah,
I forgot her actual name.
Raven.
Raven, that's right. But dude, Mystique, her backstory
I don't
following to her villain
I don't
story
like it.
and what she fought for, it was interesting.
She was weak-minded.
She wasn't a good
She
villain,
was
but she was
weak-minded.
definitely an interesting villain.
Magneto was interesting too. Guy was in the Holocaust.
Guy killed JFK.
Yeah.
Back to what you were saying earlier. Marvel always has to have their way.
Yeah.
But this one, freaking Agatha from WandaVision.
I'm listening.
I mean, there's really nothing else to follow. I mean, I guess I could give a little bit of Agatha from WandaVision is one of my favorites.
Wait. I actually didn't really watch WandaVision, I think.
Ooh. I mean, you're not really missing out on.
Yeah,
a
you're
lot.
honestly not
I
missing
mean,
out on much. The only reason they made WandaVision is for the segue
To get Vision back.
No,
To like
for kind of
more future
for the
movies.
segue into Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, because those are gonna tie together.
I'm excited for that.
Those
I'm very
those
excited
two,
for that.
I did some reading up on it while I was watching the series. Those two are gonna tie together because of how it ended with Wanda trying to learn all the witch's magic and the final post-credit scene. So those two are going to tie together, which is the only reason they made WandaVision, was so that she could possibly appear in Multiverse of Madness and have some sort of backstory with her new magic. But yeah, Agatha's an interesting villain with how she was introduced and what she was doing.
I don't like her character though.
She killed Sparky, bro.
Yeah, I think there's a different actress. I think she could have been pretty good, but I didn't like.
Not just different actors, different directing in general.
Yeah,
I feel like that show could have been so much better than it was made out
but I
to
think
be.
we can all agree that the worst Marvel villain of all time is Mandarin,
Yes.
and then second to worst is Malekith,
It's so bad, dude.
Dark Elf from Thor: Dark World.
Yeah.
He was horrible.
What was the guy's name? Not Dormammu
The
from
Thor
Doctor
movies all
Strange.
sucked, honestly.
Oh, the guy that was like
Caecilius?
Dormammu's Caecilius. Yeah, right.
Caecilius, yes.
The slave man.
Yeah, I couldn't remember his name. The dude that took the page, and
Yeah.
I couldn't remember his name because it's just one of those weird to pronounce things.
You know what Marvel villain creeped me out? I think it's pronounced Ebony Man. The guy, the telekinetic guy, that Thanos' son. Ebony. I don't want to pronounce that in a weird way. Ebony Man. Or the Maw. Is what he was called.
Oh!
The Maw. That like controlled the ship with his hands.
Oh, the Doctor Strange's counterpart.
The Maw.
Oh.
He's the one that
the
he's the one that like,
magician.
The guy who had the like magic floating needles. who
yes,
kidnapped
the guy that
Doctor
had the
Strange.
magic floating needles.
Yeah,
in
Doctor Strange's counterpart. That's what I call him because that's how I remember him.
Oh yeah, him. He
Yeah.
was creepy, bro.
The magician.
He was
Dr.
real
Strange,
creepy.
Yeah, I've always called him Doctor
But-
Strange's counterpart because
yeah.
that's how I remember him. Seeing
He was
that
creepy, dude.
he has all the magic and
I don't think he was like magic. I think he just had telekinesis. He could move things with his mind.
Dude, that it's. Yeah,
Mysterio
that guy.
was interesting.
Mysterio.
I'm not gonna say he was good, but I'm not gonna say he was bad. I think they had the right actor for
I
it.
have neutral feelings about him.
Exactly. I think they totally had the right actor for it. The casting was great.
Jake Gyllenhaal's a great actor.
I just think that they could have
They
done
could've done
more
better.
with his character in general.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was good with Mysterio.
It went along so fast.
Yeah.
That movie and his
He was-
character plot.
He was good with Mysterio.
He got exposed way too quickly, I think.
He was Mysterio. He was good with Mysterio and as Mysterio. Don't get me wrong. I just think that more could have been done with his character that would have made
Because
him
he came
that
out of
much
nowhere.
better.
Which is like, usually villains have like a backstory like that we see. We were just told about his backstory. You know? We didn't get to see it.
Good job, dude.
I mean, we did get to see it, like him and Tony Stark with his barf, whatever, but we didn't see him, like how we saw Vulture.
Vulture was cool.
Yeah,
I
liked his
I
character.
really liked Vulture.
His backstory and his relationship to the girl. That was all cool. All right. Anyways, I think this is a good
I
place to
think
wrap
that's
it up.
about it because I gotta pee so bad.
Yeah,
I've been holding it for the past like 45 minutes.
we are
I gotta
good.
go.
to wrap it up. You good, Sammy? You have anything you want to say?
Not really. I think we wrapped it up by bullying.
I have
Mandarin.
something to say.
Yeah.
If you guys see this and you're not yet subscribed,
Subscribe.
do it. Do it.
Yeah.
Trying
Just
to get
do
You
it.
can listen to
I'm
more
not gonna be
our
one of them.
stupidity.
I'm not one of them creators that goes, "Oh, only a fraction of you are subscribed to the channel when you watch this." See, I'm not gonna put a sad dog at the end saying if you don't subscribe, Doggo will stay sad.
We do this for you guys.
Yeah, we do this for fun and because we enjoy saying stupid stuff.
We feel like, maybe we're stupid enough y'all
Yeah.
might enjoy it. So,
I mean, I enjoy doing this.
Me
We're
too.
not
For sure.
exploiting you for money either. We're not getting
Yeah.
paid for this. Don't worry.
Exactly.
the only money we get is the snacks we buy ourselves with the money we get from our parents.
Yeah.
So,
Don't worry. We're not getting money.
we
for
are
this.
not adults, just kids.
Nope. We're teenagers having fun.
Yep. Subscribe,
As
watch
you
our videos.
can probably tell by the
The voices. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And just the stupid stuff we talk about in general.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, we're gonna try and hopefully, if this fool gets a headset, looking at you on this one,
Working on it.
gonna hopefully start doing at least one a week if we're
Working
not
on
busy.
You can use my AirPods.
That's true, but AirPods are kind of terrible with Discord audio unless you turn the noise suppression on.
Yeah. All
But
right.
yeah, I think that's just about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're pretty much done because we're gonna watch Black Widow. And
Yes.
I gotta pee desperately.
All right.
Ooh.
Peace out, y'all.
I think I'm gonna get a Disney Plus subscription for 5 minutes
You
to
should.
watch Black Widow as well.
You should
You know,
get a free trial and cancel it.
Well, you have to pay $30 for it. So
for the trial. Or
no,
the
Black
movie?
Widow.
The actual
You
movie.
have to buy the movie after paying for the
Oh, that's-
subscription.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm gonna get a subscription for 5 minutes.
Oh.
He's a tech whiz.
I see. I see what you did there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go watch
I
a movie,
hate-
and I'm gonna go pee.
I hate that
So
they
I
have
think
their
that's
paid
it.
streaming service.